ICCA will feel quite comfortable because they've got the bowling. They were quite good in that previous tournament. I'm sure they will maintain that dominance that they've had so far in this Arabian Cricket League.
Oh, that's a good looking shot. And in fact, a very good catch there by Mohammad Ubaidullah. Diving full length, running across from the deep, from the short fine leg region. And manages to hang on. And that's a very, very big wicket. Luqman Faisal has to depart after a belligerent knock.
Redemption for Ubaidullah. He went for few, especially
shot.
Luqman
And
was
in
after
fact,
him.
a very
Now
good
he's taken
catch there by
absolutely
Mohammad.
amazing catch. Diving to his left and holding on to it like dear life. And what a big wicket this. Wajat Rasool once again is the man to create the damage. Luqman has to walk away, striking at 200. Goes off for 42. A well-made 42 off 21. Gave Karwan CC the start that they needed. They've lost their third now. 77 for 3.
So Saif Ali Ghauri, new batter in at number 5 for the Karwan CC. He's walked in to replace Luqman Faisal. And Wajahat Rasool brings up a jaffer of a delivery for the new batter.
He's been brilliant, hasn't he, Wajahat? 2 overs now, gave away only 8 runs, picked up all 3 wickets of Karwan CC. He's certainly enjoying himself this evening. Looking for a quick single. Well, the sun's almost set here in Dubai. Just a few minutes more. And 6 overs have been completed from the Karwan CC's innings. It's 77 for 3.
So power play over is done and dusted, and looks like there's going to be a change in the bowling. Usman Mushtaq has brought himself on, the skipper. Field restrictions been relaxed now. There is a long off, a long on, a deep square leg. There is also a sweeper cover. So 4 fielders on the boundary line. But I like this ploy. 2 new batters try and stop some singles. A very good delivery there was for Mushtaq. Very nearly creeping through the defences of Muazzam Hayat. Gets a single down to short fine.
He's had a good start, Usman. Been quite accurate the first 2 deliveries. He'll have to be so consistently. It seems like it is going to be the spinners that are going to do the bulk of the work here, because the faster bowlers have gone for plenty. Mid wicket has been dropped now. All the entire leg side is in the deep, and this is what these 2 will do now. Saif Ali Ghauri and Muazzam Hayat, they understand that the power play is done. They've lost 3 wickets in quick succession. Now it's about rebuilding, steadying the ship try and bat like this, get about 5-6 runs per over in the next 3 to 4 overs, and then maybe try and be a bit more aggressive.
Well, Usman Mushtaq has now got a leg side. In fact, for the left-hander, he's got a very leg side heavy field, so he's got to make sure that he keeps it straight just like that, because there's not much cover on the off, so anything a bit too short and wide will be punished.
Yeah, he's got a deep mid wicket that's about 10 yards inside the boundary line. It's probably because it's a longer boundary here from the centre. This has been nicely driven, very nicely driven. However, long off will be up to it. Just be a single. He's bowled a good over. Just 3 runs off it so far. He's been quite accurate on that good length. Asking the batter to come forward and force those shots.
Process of rebuilding here to losing 3 wickets. There's plenty of time. Got to make sure that they stitch in a good partnership, Saif Ali and Muazzam Hayat. Once again, a very good over. Usman Mushtaq has just given away 4 runs of his first over. It's 81 for 3 at the end of 7. So bowling change. Melon Phillips comes into the attack. Good to see him in the playing 11. Oh, an opportunity. Oh, and a direct hit. So they lose their 4th wicket now. Karwan CC are in the midst of a minor collapse here. Melon Phillips. He's just come into the attack and straight away
comes into the attack. Good
a
to
big
see
mix-up
him in the
between
playing
both the
11.
batters
Oh,
out there.
an
Look at that.
opportunity.
Yes, no, yes,
and
no,
a
finally.
direct hit.
Been caught in no man's land. So Saif Ali Ghauri unfortunately does not make too much of a dent in the scoring. Karwan CC lose their 4th. It's 81 for 4. So Zahid Ali has walked in to bat at number 6 for the Karwan CC. Straight away just pushed off the back foot for a single to get off the mark there. That will give him some confidence. But there is one man out here with me who is no short of confidence. And that is my good friend Ahmed Khawaja, who joins me. Ahmed, welcome to the Combox, my friend.
Good evening, Atiq. Thank you for that lovely intro. And yes, Karwan are being their own worst enemy right now. Some strange decisions with their batting order. I'm not sure why Umair Ali Khan is not out there in the middle. Genuine batter. They've sent out Zahid Ali alongside the left-hander in desperate need of a partnership.
Well, they certainly do. Partnership is the call of the hour. They've lost 4 wickets in very quick time. At one stage, they were 45 for no loss. So Now they've got to make sure that they play smart, take it deep. Muazzam Hayat and Zaid Ali quite capable of that. 82 on the board. The run rate is not a problem. They're still going at 11 runs and over thanks to that brilliant opening partnership. Now they've got to make sure that they keep building on that. Played on the back foot down to sweep a cover for a single.
Indeed, it's given them a bit of a cushion to take their time, build a partnership like you mentioned. Muazzam Hayat, well, that run out will be in the back of his mind. He certainly needs to come good after running out Saif Ghori. Zahid Ali, quite a capable batter in his own right.
He's a good all-rounder to have in your team as well, Zaid Ali. Oh, they were sliding down the leg side. Melvin Phillips was very unlucky to have missed out a spot in the playing 11 in that Arabian Cricket League the previous season. Now he's been preferred over to be in the playing 11. So that's and he's done a good job. Just 2 runs off his first over. 8 overs done, 83 for 4. Played on the back foot there. Muazzam Hayat pushing for a second. In fact, they just decide one is more than sufficient. Karwan CC, the champions of the previous edition of the Arabian Cricket League. They'll have their confidence high. In fact, they'll want to live to their reputation. Sincere apologies. Ajman Heroes were the champions. The Karwan CC were part of the semi-finalists. So 84 for 4.
Well, I can understand why you were confused. Both teams play in yellow and black. They're iconic colors. Usman Mushtaq doing a good job. It's been trialed by spin so far for Karwan CC. And that has really suffocated them, it has to be said. So, good adjustment made by Fly Emirates.
Yeah, very happy to see Usman Mushtaq roll his arm over. Not really seen him bowl in recent times. Usman Mushtaq slightly down the leg side this time, and he gets a boundary. Very, very loose delivery on that occasion. Usman Mushtaq slightly sliding down, but these batters are too good to miss out on an opportunity like that.
Slightly down.
Yeah, drag down on middle and leg with fine leg up. You're asking for trouble. And Zahid Ali will be quite happy to just turn it around the corner for an easy boundary.
But he's bowled quite steadily here, Usman Mushtaq. He's bowled well within himself. Just kept things tight. He's recognized the fact that the batters have found spin to be slightly harder, tougher to cope up with, and he's been ringing in the changes since Wajat Rasul came and picked up those 3 wickets early on. Oh, that's a very good throw, but unfortunately gives an extra run, overthrows.
Well, that's a pet peeve of mine, but we'll discuss that in the next over. 93 for 4. Well, just to continue what I was talking about in the previous over, Atiq, I really dislike it when there is a direct hit on the stumps, the ball strikes the stumps and ricochets off, and then you get overthrows. Why are you penalizing the fielding side for a good deed, if you understand my point?
Well, there's been a serious cause for discussion even at the international stages as well. This has been discussed very actively over the last couple of years or so. We've seen a lot of new rules, laws been coming into the game. So I think maybe, Ahmed, you will get your wish very soon. Maybe this can be amended in the near future.
One can hope. And also, I'd like to eliminate leg buys from the game. Why are the batting side awarded runs for not using the bat? That's another pet peeve of mine. I can rant on this for hours and hours, but let's stick to the game for now.
Well, Ahmed Khawaja, I've just been very humbly advised by my co-commentator Samir Yunus to inform you that the ICCA headquarters is right next door.
I think I should break their door down. Wasim Khan, I need to have a word with you.
That's nicely played. But there is one pet peeve of mine, Ahmed Khawaja. One thing that really annoys me is the fact that a runner, the case for having a runner out there in the middle for an injured batter has been done away with. I feel that's a little unfair because usually when a batter gets injured during a game, and if he is left in a position where he's not able to run and you're not allowed the runner, I think that is something perhaps that they need to reconsider as well.
Well, the problem was that was being abused, if you remember, by the likes of your legendary skipper, Mr. Arjuna Ranatunga.
Oh, opportunity goes down. That was a straightforward catch at sweeper cover. And this has been Fly Emirates' Achilles heel over the past seasons. Catches going down, and in the process, he's injured himself. Is that the skipper or is that Wajahat Rasool?
Yeah, it looks to be the big lad Wajahat. Made an absolute meal of the catch. And adding insult to injury, he's cost his side 3 runs and hurt his left hand. One of their key batters in the middle order is Wajahat. The 100 has come up for Karwan CC in the meanwhile. 101 for 4.
So Wajahat Rasool has unfortunately walked off the field. We hope that the injury is nothing serious, because he's going to be a vital cog in the wheel here for the Fly Emirates. With the ball, he's picked up 3 wickets. He's still got 1 or 2 overs up his sleeve, and He's got a job to do with the bat as well.
Most certainly, and one of the key batters as well. He's the middle order finisher, aggressor sort of role. Difficult to execute. But so far they've kept a lid on the scoring, not conceding boundaries, and slowly coming back into the game.
Yeah, good little partnership building here. 22 runs stand between these two. So Usman Mushtaq has had a steady spell so far. Oh, once again, I think this is the second time that Usman Mushtaq very nearly creeps through that gap between bat and pad.
Beautiful bowling. That matchup of the right arm off spinner against the left-hander, proving to be dicey for Karwan, but Muazzam still out there, 19 of 18.
Oh, that stayed low. That stayed low. Zahid Ali, very, very lucky. Look at that wry smile on his face. He knows that if that was straight on the line of the stumps, he was a goner. This is what sometimes the pitch here at the ICCA Academy can be quite a worrisome, with a bit of uneven bounce, so to speak.
Well, I feel it was a full delivery. He tried to play off the back foot, so it perhaps got that variable bounce got a bit exaggerated, but for sure you need to try to get to the pitch of the ball.
Thinking of a second, but they decide one is more than sufficient. So 5 runs coming off that Usman Mushtaq's third over. He's bowled quite well. 19 runs for him off his spell of 3 overs so far. At the end of the 11th, Karwan CC 106 for 4.
Check the Cricfit Republic.
Change in the bowling. Krishna Kumar, Ramachandran into the attack. Straight away asking the question that was sliding down the leg perhaps.
Yeah, it was sliding, but that was very close. Overbalancing a bit here, Muazzam has to be careful.
Once again, rotating the strike. Both batters, this is very, very smart batting here, Ahmed. Exactly what the doctor ordered when they'd lost 4 quick wickets. Now they've come together and they've put on a 26-run stand. They're slowly taking the Karwan CC out of those choppy waters.
Well, once again, another question I have for you. I'll ask after this delivery. Who is this doctor who is so obsessed with cricket? Wherever we watch, he's ordered something during a game. Why can't you just watch the match quietly with your friends or your loved ones? Why are you always ordering something?
Well, everything in life needs a doctor, Ahmed Khawaja. Cricket needs a doctor as well. Oh, good delivery.
Well, I don't know about cricket, but Wajahat Rasool certainly needs one. Thankfully, the Fly Emirates have a very capable support staff, very well organized. It's been a wonderful sight to see them making a comeback in the UAE domestic scene. One of the most famous cricket franchises we had in the past, created so many legends of the UAE's cricket scene. Wonderful punch off the back foot by Zahid. But bowling according to his field. They're running on the throw. And that is slightly sloppy. That should have never been two.
Yes, he was slow off the blocks there. The field, I think that was Irfan Arif. Charging in from the point region. So 3 runs coming out the first 4 balls of Krishna Kumar. It's been a trial of spin here. The Fly Emirates captain. That's a nicely played shot. Very, very good timing. I thought for a second there was just 1 or 2 runs there. But such was that power behind Zahid Ali's cover drive. Brilliant timing. Fantastically played along the ground.
Yeah, it was a half volley, wasn't it? And just driving through the line. Just the sound it made off the blade. Absolutely no chance for the long off fielder. So 9 runs off the over. 115 for 4.
So Usman to bowl out here. He's done a decent job. So what he's done here is he's given himself an opportunity now to play around with the bowling changes of the next 8 overs. With his spell of 4, he's now provided a bit of extra cushioning. Quick single down to point. 8 overs, Ahmed. 200 on the cards.
Well, they don't have enough wickets in hand. But if Umair Ali Khan can click, certainly they could be looking at that 200 score. Mozam Hayat did mention that during the toss. And he himself will need to bat through.
Well, mind you, the Fly Emirates boast a very, very good batting lineup. They have Sindhil Prabhu right at the top, a very attacking batter, along with Yasit Abekun, who was one of the highest run scorers in that previous edition. But a couple of absentees. The pilot is not here today. I think he must be flying.
I believe you're referring to Fayaz. Yes, I believe so. Must be on duty. Nicely flipped around the corner. Good fielding. But they will pick up 2 towards that square leg region.
It's going to be very crucial here, Ahmed, that these two continue their good work. They've got a start both in their 20s. Good looking shot. A bit of a misfield once again. Very good effort there in the field, but he's not able to keep that in play. Gets a boundary through that coverage and beautifully punched off the back foot. Found the gap, but a bit of misfield there at the short covers has not helped their cause.
Yeah, that was sloppy from that long off fielder. Did all the hard work and then just allowing the ball to roll on to the boundary rope. 13 overs up. Karwan CC. A good partnership in progress. 124 for 4. Krishna Kumar Ramakrishnan will continue. There will be a change in the comm box as Atiq takes a well-deserved break, and I welcome Samir Yunus alongside me. Good evening, Samir.
Good evening, Khaja. They've pulled things back, haven't they? Fly Emirates didn't start off in the best of manners. Both the opening batters, Hamidullah and Lukman, went all guns blazing. They've done well, Fly Emirates. Picked up a couple of quick wickets. Going for a quick run there. Well, a direct hit would have been very close, but they'll complete the run comfortably. Muazzam Hayat with an important innings here. Zahid seems to be the aggressor in this partnership. I think they've defined roles for each other, and that's how they're going to bat for the next couple of overs.
Most certainly. And A very easy single conceded there. Ubaidullah is a big lad at point, but that ball was straight to him. So it's been all about the spinners so far, but they haven't looked that penetrative, to be quite honest. Partnership has swelled up to 44 runs.
Yeah, these two had to steady the ship early on. They kept losing wickets at one point. But they've done well. That's what they've done very well, in fact. Playing in those gaps and ensuring that they collect those ones and twos regularly. Quite often you find that when wickets fall in clusters, new batters come and get into a shell. But these two have made sure they haven't allowed the run rate to dip too much. It's still hovering at about 9.5 per over. If they can maintain this till about the 16th, 17th over, then they can finish strong. Get to that 180 mark maybe.
Oh, absolutely. Still well on course for a big score. Beautifully sliced, but the point fielder will clean it up. Seems to be a good batting surface so far. Not seen much purchase out there for the finger spinners.
Yeah, neither fast bowlers nor the spinners have found much. Yes, Wajaz Rasool picked up those 3 wickets, but that was more to do with some indecisive shot making, not so much in terms of the pitch assisting them. And they're content with these ones and twos for now, at least. KCC, they are 128 for 4 at the end of 14.
Mellon Phillips will continue. Final 6 overs. Will the onslaught begin now for Karwan CC? Good partnership in progress. Trying to blast that through extra cover. Not quite. And what do you think is the score that perhaps Fly Emirates could be willing to chase here?
I think they'll be comfortable giving away about 160. Anything above that, they'll know it's going to be a task for them. They would have seen the surface and realized, like, it's a good wicket to bat on. There's no demons in it. So some positive batting at the top. If Sandil gets going, then they'll certainly feel like 160 could be doable. But remember, Karwan is a quality side. They've got the bowlers to defend whatever they put up. Should be an interesting contest. Looking forward to the second innings.
Indeed. I think anything beyond 175 could be difficult. So they'd like to restrict them as much as possible. Taken on the full, but couldn't beat the square leg fielder. Missed out on a scoring opportunity, a big scoring opportunity there, Muazzam Hayat. Now he has to look to perhaps change gears. Look to challenge the boundary riders with some lofted shots.
Yeah, I think it's about now that they'll look to really cut loose. Now they've batted together for a while. They've seen what the bowlers are doing. Might see a shot or two here. Yeah, that was wide. Should have been hit away on the offside. Should have been cut away, to be more precise. Didn't really time it too well. Thought he played a little too early.
Still 5 overs remaining after this, going at 9 runs per over. So 180 plus is within sight, on target. A beautiful shot through, extra cover. Look at the footwork, timing and placement. Everything was picture perfect.
Well, regardless of the format or the conditions, when you can be so technically sound and look good in the way you're batting, it's always easy to find those boundaries, isn't it? That was full, looped up by Mellon. He's got to the pitch of the ball and driven it very nicely, very classily, Moazzam Hayat.
Yeah, technically sound, that's the right way to describe Moazzam's batting. Lofted straight and no chance for the long off. Back-to-back boundaries for Moazzam Hayat.
You don't have to lose your shape and play agricultural shots to get those boundaries. Moazzam Hayat proving to us that you still can play some quality cricket strokes and get those big boundaries. And this one was another one of those. Moazzam Hayat now slowly looking to cut loose and up the ante here.
Beautiful batting. Oh, getting deep in his crease. And playing it very late. Just got his bat down in time. 139 for 4, 5 overs to go. Taking a look at the batting scorecard. A quick start provided by Luqman Faisal and Hamidullah Khan. Then a bit of a flurry of wickets thanks to Wajahat Rasool and an unfortunate run out. But since then, a 57-run partnership has developed between Zahid Ali and Moazzam Hayat. Still have Umair Ali Khan to come. Hazrat Luqman can strike the ball big as well. So they're well positioned for a real flurry. But Fly Emirates so far, they're content to continue with spin here, Samir.
Yeah, and I think he's left with no choice, Usman, because his fast bowlers have gone for plenty early on. So he's probably trying and stretching his spin options a bit more. Maybe the last 3 overs he might bring on his paces. And to be fair to them, Ahmed, they bowled well. They've slowed things down. Yes, these two have put on a good partnership. This will be another quick double. It's come back. I think it's safe there. It's not going to go upstairs. So yeah, these two have batted well, but they've certainly slowed things down here, the spinners. The icing on the cake will be if they can now pick up a couple of quick wickets in this last few overs.
Indeed. Good running between the wickets. These two are quite fleet of foot. Run hard between the 22 yards. And Zahid Ali has been quite impressive. We know about Moazzam's batting skill, but the way Zahid Ali has really applied himself was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, again, these two relying on their technique, not really losing their shape or looking to go big, but ensuring that they play good quality strokes. And on this pitch, we've seen, if you have the shots, there's value, there's runs to be made.
Certainly looking at a big run chase in the first game of the day. We have another exciting fixture after this. Alif Pharma in action. So that's another top side. A full toss could have done more with that perhaps. But that's what Moazzam Hayat does well. He constructs his innings quite consistently.
And they needed someone like him. When those 4 wickets fell, there had to be someone like him to come in and just take control of the innings. Not do anything out of the ordinary. Just ensure he gets bat on ball, gets those runs going. This is a big shot, very big shot from Zahid Ali. He stood there, let the ball come to him, got under it and dispatched it behind long off for another maximum.
Well, that was like driving on the fairway. Look at that. Beautiful pickup, beautiful swing. And if he was a golfer, he'd be proud of that one. Wonderful strike. Putting the pressure on the finger spinner. 149 for 4. Ominous signs for Fly Emirates.
And now it's beginning to look a lot more like how they started off Karwan CC. They've put their foot on the gas again. Oh, this time losing his shape a little bit there, looking to go over the off. The bat turning on his hands. But not much damage done. Will be a single.
So Fly Emirates very much in damage control mode right now. 150 up. in the 16th over, despite a mini collapse. Goes downtown again and clears the long on. Make that the second 6 in the over.
A first real shot in aggression from Muazzam Hayat. You've seen him play those glorious drives, but this one, the old-fashioned slog, and it's gone. It's gone the distance. A 6 to end the 16th over. It's 156 for 4.
Well, 3 wickets to Wajahat Rasool and not much else. At one stage, Karwan were struggling at 81 for 4. This game could have gone either way since then, but a wonderful partnership between Zahid Ali and Muazzam Hayat has taken them to safer waters.
Well, Usman Mushtaq is going to have some trouble here looking for his last 4 overs. His fast bowlers have gone for plenty. They'll have to rely on them to close things off here. Well, they'll have to be accurate. If they are going to be as expensive as they were at the top, then it's going to be a big score that they're looking to chase Fly Emirates here. I think from here on, with 4 overs left, Karwan City will certainly look to get 40 plus and get to that 200 mark.
Yeah, with these shorter straight boundaries, feeding them finger spin is asking for a lot of trouble. And one side of the ground as well has the shorter boundary. This time it is towards the car park from the ICCA Academy end. But it is going to be the big fast bowler, Mohammad Ubaidullah. Took a wonderful catch. Maybe that will slightly improve his self-confidence. And needs to bowl well here. None for 33 so far in 2 overs. And that has been crashed behind point. Beats the fielder. And it will trickle away for 4 runs. That's a misfield.
Yeah, nothing delivery really. Simply feeding him outside the off a length delivery. Look at that. A man in the form of Zahid Ali is not going to miss out on that. The fielder, well, he was in a very weird position. Neither deep nor inside the 30-yard circle. Not sure what the idea behind that was. But his miseries continue, Ubaidullah's.
Yeah, he wasn't at deep third or deep point. Just floating somewhere in the middle. And that's cost them 4 runs. And this time in front of square on the offside. Blasted towards the commentators. Here we are. And it's gone for 4 again.
And this time it was short from Ubaidullah. So he went full, paid the price for it. But again, the line is the problem here. Pulled the length back, but again, too far outside off. And Zahid Ali just rocking back and lofting that over covers. Here's another look. Yeah, too short, too slow. Enough time for Zahid Ali to sit back comfortably and hit that towards us. Thank you very much, Zahid.
Yeah, well, if you aim for us, there are plenty of runs to be had. Overcompensating, full on the pads, got away with it. And Zahid Ali will be kicking himself for not putting it away. Well, he's punching himself at least.
But it's on 49, so maybe the idea was to try and drop it and go for a quick single. That's probably why he curbed his instinct to go big. But I'd like to see him try that Yorker length, Ubaidullah. He's tall, he's got pace, and in the death overs, there's nothing better than one of those toe crushers.
Oh, absolutely. Very fine bowler, but just hasn't gotten it right this evening at the ICC Academy Ovals. Oh, extra bounce, that's kicked off. And still gone through for some buys, so nothing going the way of Fly Emirates.
Yeah, you talked about his capabilities. He's tall, he's got pace, and he can extract that bounce. So make use of it. Rely on your basic skill. Sometimes you find bowlers trying too many things and in the end, paying the price for it. Variations are good, but there's an extreme to it. Too many variations can land you trouble, and no variations can also cause you trouble. There's a fine line that you need to find in between. Ubaidullah, it seems to be far from it.
And his natural back of length will travel at this stage of the innings. Beautifully chopped away behind point. There is a deep third in place though. So Muazzam Hayat once again doing the smart thing, feeding the strike to Zahid Ali, who is running hot.
I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed this partnership, Ahmed. It's been a while since you saw two proper technically sound batters playing the ball to its merits, steadying, being steady when they had to, and then accelerating when they had to. It's almost a perfect partnership, just what Karwan required. just what the game demanded at the time.
Yeah, it's been a chanceless effort. Good stroke play, hard running between the wickets. Oh, trying to heave that away. Once again, that kick off a back of a length. So a good comeback by Ubaidullah. But the damage had been done earlier in the over. 166 for 4. Shamim Ali into the attack. Very expensive spell in the power play. He's an exciting young fast bowler, but sometimes tries to do something special. Pulled away, and there is a fielder in position. The catch is taken. Muazzam Hayat's long vigil comes to an end, and a much needed breakthrough for Fly Emirates.
Coming round the wicket, Shamim Ali. And that angle probably forcing Muazzam Hayat to go leg side. Yeah, look at that. He pulled that from outside off. Would have been better off cutting it. But because that's a shorter boundary, would have been tempted to try and take it on. But he could only find the fielder. But what a good innings from Muazzam Hayat. He certainly did what was required of him. 42 of 34. He has to walk away, and KCC lose their 5th wicket. It's 166 for 5.
OS Ali Shah. Oh, beautiful delivery from Shamim Ali. Beating the tall left-hander, all ends up.
Yeah, this angle around the wicket seems to be working for him, especially against the left-handers. You almost feel like you have to play at it as a left-handed batter. And that's when it leaves you suddenly. He's done well to come back in this over. It's too early to call though. He's picked up a wicket. Got a new man in, Awais Ali. He's got his namesake on strike, Shamim Ali.
I'm still surprised to see Umair Ali Khan not at the crease. A big wide down the leg side. The keeper did well to get a glove on it, but it's still going to count as 5 wides. Bonus runs for Karwan.
This has been the problem for Shamim Ali. He bowls a couple of good deliveries and then he disappoints you with something like that. Tries a little too hard, I think. And that results in that 4 extra runs. Completely unnecessary. But that's what you get when you try a little too hard. Go back to the basics.
Yeah, you're getting the ball to nip away from the left-hander from around the wicket. That's a very rare skill to have. So why are you trying to bowl too straight? Sliced in the air. There is a fielder. And taken. Good grab. I think it's Usman Mushtaq. No, it's Krishna Kumar. Great running catch. And yet another wicket. Like you said, stick to the basics, you will be rewarded.
Yeah, I think he slowed it down there. Change of pace working in his favour. That got sliced up and a very good catch. Not easy to hold on to those in the Dubai night sky under those lights. But he's done well to hold on to it. So another wicket falls. Once again, Karwan CC losing wickets in clusters. Awais Ali didn't trouble the scorers. He goes for a duck. It's 171 for 6.
So finally, Umair Ali Khan strides out to the middle. 2.5 overs remaining. So he can really look to go hard at the bowling. Shamim Ali did give 5 wides, but 2 wickets will help. Chopped away behind point. And Umair Ali Khan safely gets off the mark.
Shamim Ali bowls to Umair Ali. The single gets Zahid Ali on strike. There's too many Alis, Khaja.
Well, there you go. Keeps it simple for us. Umair, Zahid and Shamim. Just remember the first names. Everything else is the same. But Karwan CC, they'll be disappointed if they don't breach the double 100 barrier here with the way Zahid Ali has been striking the ball in particular. Picks up a single and they'll run on the misfield. Good work, and Zahid Ali gets to a well-deserved half century. Well played.
Very well played, young man. Came at a difficult position, steadied the ship, and just like Muazzam Hayat, started to cut loose later on, and now he's got to his half century in just 34 deliveries. Lousy effort from the fielder down at deep extra cover. Was slow off the tracks, but these two have made sure they've made use of it. But this is a decent over from Shamim Ali, barring that wide 5. He's done well here to keep things quiet.
Yeah, he's done well enough to deserve to bowl his 4th. But he certainly needs to just pull up his socks for a little while here. Try to get through his spell and contribute with a few wickets. Why not? 51 of 34. Zahid Ali, an exemplary innings from the bowling all-rounder this evening. Slow ball has been cracked over extra cover. Does it have the legs? I think not quite. They will pick up a couple. So a decent over. But Karwan are in a strong position. 176 for 6 with 2 overs to go. Ubaidullah into his final over, a crucial over. Heaved away towards wideish long on and finds the gap. That's what Umair Ali Khan can do at the latter stage of an innings.
Yeah, he's a very strong bloke, isn't it? Just camping on his back foot and waiting for the ball to get to him. Just simply pushed it towards mid-wicket. Didn't really look to hit it too hard, and that's the strength of the man.
And the problem is Samiri's bowling length. At this stage in the slog overs, that's going to travel no matter what. Length delivery, but it's gone straight up. Point fielder settling, and he takes the catch. Now they're holding on to them. It's Krishna Kumar once again with another excellent grab.
I think it was a change of pace again. This time from Ubaidullah. In fact, no, he's bowled with pace, but just that extra bounce that he's caught. Umair Ali not really in good shape to be playing that shot. He looked to go straight. His body moving away to the leg side. That went straight up in the air, and a good catch again. They've held on to some good catches here. Fly Emirates. Umair Ali has to walk away now. 7 wickets down, Karwan CC. The 200 mark looks to be a bit further than them now. 180 for 7.
So taking consistent wickets at the death here, Fly Emirates. Khuzaima bin Tanveer. Right in the block hole. Nicely bowled by Ubaidullah. Now perhaps he's got that confidence to try to execute that Yorker.
He has given away 46 runs, but wickets can do wonderful things for you as a fast bowler. It gives you that confidence back, brings that oomph back into your bowling, get into rhythm suddenly, and that's a Yorker that he'll be proud of. If he can execute that in the next 3 deliveries as well, then he can finish off well here, Ubaidullah. Maybe he won't get to that half century after all.
Yeah, 3 deliveries remaining for that. Oh, pacey delivery. Created a bit too much room there. And Karwan, well, they have perhaps an outside chance of being bowled out. So it's a fine balancing act that Zahid Ali will need to do for the next 8 legal deliveries.
To start with, he has to farm the strike, that's for sure. He's got 2 deliveries left in this over. Maybe ask Khuzaima to try and find a boundary in this over, and then the next try and take strike for all 6 deliveries. For now, though, Ubaidullah has done well in this over. They're closing out well here, Emirates. Shorter delivery, cut away. It's going straight to the fielder. Oh, there was an opportunity. Just a little slow to get off there, the fielder. But they'll get 2 runs.
It was a great effort, but I think he misjudged the flight. In the end, the ball fell in front of him. Frustration for Ubaidullah. Would have certainly improved his mood to pick up a couple of wickets here. But it's been a good over, like you mentioned. Only 7 runs off it. That is perfectly fine. An important delivery. Can they keep Zahid Ali off strike and not concede a boundary? He sliced it towards deep point again. Long chase for the fielder. And if they push hard, they could go for 3. Not quite. Settle for a couple. So he ends on a 50. Just above it. 185 for 7. Shamim Ali to bowl the final over. This has been spliced in the air, but it will land in no man's land. Right between 3 fielders. But Khuzaima has done what was required. Got Zahid Ali on strike.
Yeah, that's what he would have been asked to do by Zahid Ali. Try and get me on strike and finish off on a high here. They've got 14 runs to get 200. I think Zahid Ali is more than capable of getting them there. Shamim Ali will have to finish off well. He's also 3 runs short of conceding a half century here.
It's a shorter offside boundary as well. So if he drops it short. Slower delivery. It's a full toss. And he's boshed it over extra cover for a maximum.
Well, that's the problem, trying to go for the Yorker length. If you get it wrong, you get horribly wrong. And he slowed it down, offered a simple full toss. Zahid Ali is very strong through the offside. It is a shorter boundary as well. A maximum there in the last over. There's 4 deliveries left. KCCA on 192. Now the 200 looks very much possible.
Oh, absolutely. It's odds on. Fabulous knock from Zahid Ali. 63 not out. He's hit those timely boundaries and sixes when required. And Shamim Ali, unfortunately, has gone past 50 as well.
And then what is he going to do? Yorker, short, slow ball again. Full toss again. And hammered through the covers again. That absolutely flew to the boundary. Even the fielder must have lost sight of it.
Yeah, that disappeared in the blink of an eye. This time it's a pace on full toss and smashed in front of square on the offside. No chance for the cover sweeper at all. 11 runs off the first 3 legal deliveries. Shamim Ali having a bit of a meltdown here. And you have to feel for the young lad. It is difficult to bowl at the death.
This has gone high up in the air. The fielder's getting underneath it. Reverse cup and he takes it. Irfan there picking up the catch, and Zahid Ali, after a super knock, has to walk away.
Yeah, top edge. This time bowled it into the pitch, trying to swing across the line. And Irfan Arif. Oh, late adjustment from the reverse cup to the original cup of coffee. But it landed right in the middle. 196 for 8. A fabulous knock from Zahid Ali comes to an end. Oh, this has gone straight up again, but will fall in front of the long off. Run out not executed either. So final delivery, and they're 2 runs away from a double 100.
After conceding a couple of boundaries, Shamim Ali in the first 3 deliveries, he's come back well first to pick up the wicket of Zahid Ali, and this one keeping it to just a couple of runs now then. 2 runs short of getting to 200. The last ball of the innings coming up.
Yeah, if he can only start his overs well instead of finish them well, he would be a completely different bowler. So here we go, Hazrat Luqman to face. Sliced it away and taken a deep third. Yes. So Shamim Ali, he can end his innings with a smile. 4 wickets to his name. And Karwan CC, after all that, have not reached 200.
Well, he'll shake his head in disappointment, and that's because he knows he's given away too many. 198 is what Karwan end up with. Wide outside off. He looks to go big on the off. Slices it outside edge, and a good catch there. Well judged catch there. I think that's Sendil over there that's taken the catch. He's generally a very safe fielder.
So 199 is the target for Fly Emirates. The fast bowlers took a bit of tap, but they did pick up wickets as well. A great batting effort from Muazzam Hayat, Zahid Ali as well. Built that crucial partnership, and Luqman Faisal gave them those early runs. There you can see contributions from Luqman Faisal, Muazzam Hayat and Zahid Ali getting 67 of 41, an excellent innings. 12 extras also helping them along. Well, in terms of the bowling, 7 wickets shared by Shamim Ali and Wajahat Rasool. Ubaidullah also managed to pick up a wicket from 81 from 4. It's a fabulous recovery by Karwan CC. Time to take a look at the highlights then. It was Luqman Faisal with some fabulous stroke play in the power play alongside Hamidullah Khan. But Wajahat Rasool came on and changed the equation. 3 quick wickets to his name. That was a good looking pull shot all the way for 6 from Luqman. But this was his dismissal. A great catch taken by the big fast bowler Ubaidullah. After that, a bit of a mini collapse. A silly run out. 81 for 4 at that stage, but Zahid Ali and Muazzam Hayat combined well. A long partnership. This was the dismissal of Muazzam. Good catch taken at square leg. And then Zahid Ali accelerated. Some dismissals falling in the search for quick runs. Ubaidullah getting Umair Ali Khan. Shamim Ali took a lot of tap. That was slammed over extra cover for 6. And this was blazed through the covers for 4. But did eventually manage to dismiss Zahid Ali on 67. Decent catch taken there. And this was the final wicket to fall. Luqman slicing it to deep third for Shamim Ali's 4th wicket. But they have got a score on the board. 199 is the target for Fly Emirates. How will they go about it in the run chase? We'll find out after the break.
Good evening and welcome back. We're just in the process of starting up the second innings. The chase of Fly Emirates. It's a big score being put up by the Karwan CC. 198 for 9 is what they've managed to get. A brilliant start by the Karwan CC openers. Lukman Faisal 42 of 21 and Hamidullah Azizullah 24 of 8. Just got the Karwan CC off to a flying start, and then in middle you had Muzam Hayat 42 of 34. And right there towards the end, a brilliant knock from Zaid Ali 67 of 41 enabled the Karwan CC get to a very good score of 198. Now it remains to be seen how the Fly Emirates go about it. And to speak more about it further, I've got my co-commentator here with me, Samir Yunus. Samir, welcome back to the Combox. What do you think about this?
Thank you, Atik, and good evening to everyone. Welcome back to this live telecast of the ICCA Arabian Cricket League. We've just had the first innings completed. Karwan CC with a dominant performance with the bat in hand. 198. At one moment, the way they started, it seemed like 200 plus was a given, but in the middle, Fly Emirates did well to come back with a few wickets picked up together. In the end, a nice little flourish from Zahid Ali, ensuring that they got to a good total 198. Certainly an uphill task for Fly Emirates. In their first game, they amassed 190 plus, so they'll certainly be confident that they can get to that score. However, they are facing a very strong Karwan CC side, one of the more dominant teams in the UAE domestic setup. They certainly have a task at hand. Sendil, right at the top for Fly Emirates, will be key for them. He'll have to get them off to a good start. Very strong on the offside. And I'm sure Karwan CC will know a thing or two about him as they look to defend this total of 198. So yes, I think if you ask me, I think the score is just enough for Karwan CC, and they've got the quality in their bowling to defend it. It's only a matter of Fly Emirates trying to punch above their weights and try and make a match out of this.
Well, quite definitely, and I think a lot of onus falls on the openers, isn't it? These two batters out there, Sendil Prabhu and Yasit Abekun. Two of their best batters, arguably. They would need to give the Fly Emirates a flying start here. Just like as the same as what the Karwan CC openers did. Got to make sure that they utilize these power play overs and get a good start early on. So here's the first ball of the second innings of match number 6. Outside off. Slightly wandering off the pitch there, off his crease, Sindil Prabhu. But one thing the Karwan CC have got to keep in mind here is, Samir, that this man on your screen, Sindil Prabhu, is very strong on his offside. They give him a bit of room and he's gonna feast on it all day long.
Yeah, that's his strength for sure. And I'm sure Karwan CC will have done their homework, seen the footage from previous games. And they will certainly have a plan against him. There is a slip in place, obviously, for that outward movement. Oh, what a delivery. That was nice and straight. Sandil Prabhu not sure what he was trying to do there. No real feet used by him. He's trying to make room, and again, like you said, looking to go offside, but that's not the delivery to go offside. Hazrat Lukman would have easily rattled the stumps there.
Well, completely squared him up, isn't it? Brilliant delivery there by Hazrat. Just around that good length, middle and off, and just moving it away from the right hander at that very last minute. A dream delivery for any fast bowler, that one. Perhaps he would have loved it had he got the timber. There you go. You can see Sendil Prabhu, being that more offside dominant player, he's got to try and work on his leg side play as well.
Yeah, I think he doesn't like it when the bowler strays down the leg side. You'll have to be careful. You don't want to expose that weakness of yours. Lukman, I'm sure, knows a thing or two, and he's trying to get him to play as straight as possible. Now it's a different challenge. The left-hander, Yasita Abekun on strike. Good batter, Yasita. Seen him play a few good innings in the previous seasons of ICC Academy tournaments. And if he gets going, this should be an entertaining chase.
Well, he's a very good batter, isn't he, Yasit Abekun? really enjoy watching him bat when he's on song. Somebody who's very pleasing to the eye. He's got that left-handed flair. The Sri Lankan flair, to say the least, Samir.
Yeah, left-handers generally quite elegant to watch. Shitabe Kun is another one of those who, when he plays those good shots, looks very pleasant to the eye. Just Hazrat Luqman, he's obviously must be quite disappointed for missing out on the ILT20 this year. He was there last year, but unfortunately this time not getting the go-ahead. So he's obviously got a point to prove. Perform at these domestic stages. That will be called a wide. The ball moving away from the left-hander there. .198 posted by Karwan CC. They'll feel like it's enough for them, but the job is only half done. They need to defend those runs, and to do that, they'll have to keep picking up wickets regularly. Hazrat Luqman is one of their best bowlers, and they've used him up front to open the bowling here.
Yeah, it's going to be crucial that Hazrat makes sure that he picks some early wickets, especially that man on your screen here, Sitabe Kun. Picking up early is crucial as he skies one, but it goes in no man's land. Gets a boundary behind square towards that fine leg region. First boundary here for Emirates, and it's come off Sitabe Kun's bat.
Yeah, not in control at all on that one. Trying to go down the ground. He looked to pull it from in front of him, but took a big top edge. Even he didn't know where that was going. Well, luckily for him, it did trickle towards the boundary, so he gets his first runs off the bat. Although he would have liked it to come out of the middle of it than the edge of it.
The Fly Emirates will take that. Oh, beautiful delivery. How did that miss the stumps? I thought for a second he just bowled him all ends up. Brilliant, brilliant delivery by Hazrat Luqman.
That cut back in sharply, didn't it? Shitabe Kun was shaping up to play the cut shot, but he was completely surprised by the way it came back in. Took the under edge and ran away for another boundary. So he's got two boundaries, both off the edge of the bat. One off the outside, one off the inside. But it's 10 for none. Nevertheless, it's a good start for Fly Emirates.
Khuzaima bin Tanveer opens the proceedings from the school end. Straight away starts down the leg side. Not the ideal start. The Fly Emirates, they'll like this. They've got 11 runs of the first in fact 12 runs you can call it, of the first over with that wide of Khuzaima bin Tanveer.
Yeah, you see what they're trying to do there. They're trying to cram Sendil up for room. They probably know that he's very strong on the offside, so they don't want to give him any room whatsoever. They've tried to bowl as straight as possible. On that occasion, Khuzaima bin Tanveer trying to do a little too straight, going down the leg side for a wide.
Well, certainly nowadays with the technology and everything that is in place, it's not easy to hide your weaknesses. Being a batter, teams can always pick you up. An opportunity, a bit of a yes and no between both batters out there. They've got to make sure that they get their communications right here, Yasita and Sendil.
Now the idea is good. You need to have a sense of urgency in your batting. Try and rotate the strike. Don't get bogged down, but not by hitting it straight to the fielder, that's for sure. Karwan CC are a good fielding side. You don't want to take too many chances against them. I won't be surprised, I think, if at the end of this innings Sendil comes to you and says, stop saying that I'm strong on the offside on air. The bowlers seem to be picking up those ideas.
Oh, good looking shot. But straight to the field at mid-on. He's got a single down to mid-on. Got the non-strikers in. Yasuita moves on to 9 of 5 now. It's going to be an interesting battle. Huzaima bin Tanvir, he knows the line that he's got a bowl here.
Yeah, he's come back well after that wide. He's kept it quite straight and nice. Not trying to do too many things. I thought Ubaidullah and Shamim Ali at the top for Fly Emirates were trying too much. And that resulted in them going for quite a few runs. But these two, this is nicely played. Beautifully played. Past the point fielder. And that wasn't even a lot of width, but it was straight on that fourth stump line probably. And Sendil, where we've been saying that he's strong on the offside, that's testimony.
When you bowl that line and length to him, he's gonna absolutely murder you. All day long, he'll keep hitting you in that direction. You've got to make sure that you cram him up for some space. Just keep it around that mid-line off stump, around that back of a good length. That is where Sindhe Prabhu will struggle. But that was a glorious drive, wasn't it? Testimony of the man's class. Oh, look at that. That is where you got to keep it. The moment you pitch it around that good length and you angle it into his body, do not cram him up for some space, he is going to struggle.
In both innings, one thing was quite apparent, that every time the bowlers went full, they went for runs. So on this track, which seems to be quite good for batting, I think the idea is to try and be on a good length or just back off a length if you've got the pace for it. But the moment you go full, you are going to go for runs. Whether it's straightish on the offside or on the leg side, good batters will play good shots to get those runs.
Oh, good looking shot. Once again through that direction. Well, you cannot bowl that length and that line to this man, Sendil Prabhu. Brilliant shot. Look at that. Full throw, full extension of the arms. Throwing it across, and that ball sped to the boundary at the speed of knots.
Again, too full there from Khuzaima. Looking for that swing, looking to get Sendil to drive on the up. He's not the kind of batter who gets forward and drives. He's more of a back foot square cutter. And he relies on that to get his runs, Sendil. I think Khuzaima needs to just get his length back. Try and be a bit more straighter. Now they've got that third man to become a bit more squarer. Let's see if Sendil continues to pepper that region. That one's much more straighter. He's on the back foot and they'll get a quick single. This is good stuff. End of another good over for Fly Emirates. They've gotten off to a decent start here. 22 for none.
So 22 for no loss, going at 11 runs, and over here the Fly Emirates. Oh, there you go. Sindhe Prabhu once again trying to glide it down to deep third. Can be a dangerous ploy with that ball moving away from the right-hander.
Yeah, so look, Maan was extremely unlucky in the first over. 2 boundaries conceded, both off the edges. He did nothing wrong there. Maybe deliveries are too good, as they say. Perfect ball doesn't get you a wicket. And that's what happened with Hazrat Luqman. Oh, that's slightly upish. Just pushed it towards the fielder. And they'll get that one run. You can't afford to be sloppy like this, Karwan. So see, yes, they've got the runs on the board. But overconfidence never helps you. Complacency has no room. They've got to be a bit more ruthless in their approach.
Both these batters, they've got a wealth of experience behind them. I'll tell you, Yasitabe Kun represented the BRC club back in Colombo in Sri Lanka. Sendhil Prabhu has also played state level cricket in Tamil Nadu, the southern part of India. So these players come out with a lot of wealth of experience behind them. Now being employed by Emirates. They're all working professionals, yet they say that you can take the cricket out of you. No, in fact, sorry, I'm telling it the wrong way, isn't it? How do you say that, Samir? Could you please complete that sentence for me?
You can take yourself away from the cricket, but you can't take the cricket away from you.
Bravo, my friend. Well said.
You're welcome. Right then, 24 for none, Emirates. We've gotten off to a decent start. 2.5 overs bowled by Karwan CC. Oh, this is big. This is heading towards us. Take cover, Atik. In fact, no, it's just short of the boundary. One bounce into the fence. Sendhil gets a juicy half poly and he's just hammered it over covers.
Well, the only thing that's protecting us here, if you can see there, you see that umbrella right above our heads. Goodness gracious, that was an outrageous shot from Sendhil Prabhu. Making some room, moving his foot away from the line of the ball. And beautiful swing of the bat. Perfect execution, perfect timing. That ball just travelled. Brilliantly played there by Sendhil Prabhu. He moves on to 15 now of 10. And he's got the Fly Emirates off to a brilliant start.
Again, the full length delivery, I think, getting the treatment by the batter. We've seen that throughout this evening. Every time the bowler's been full, they've gone for runs. And Hazrat Luqman is a very smart bowler. He learned that very quickly. You won't see that length anymore from him, that's for sure.
6 runs coming out the first 4 balls here. Oh, look at that. Just look at that delivery. Hazrat Luqman, when you can bowl some deliveries like that, why do anything different?
I think it's that fast bowler's urge to constantly try and pick up a wicket. That's what maybe tempts you to try and go full, rattle the stumps, get him to drive on the up, get that outside edge. But then you learn very quickly that this pitch has something in it for you if you're willing to bend your back and land on that good length.
Certainly does. Well, if I was Sendhil Prabhu, I would definitely take some serious attention to my leg side play.
Sendhil the actor. 3 overs, it's 28 for no loss.
Fourth over now in progress, and that's a magnificent shot. Where's that gone? Yes, that's landed in the road, and I wonder which poor soul's car is parked there. He might have to make a visit to the garage tomorrow morning.
That's a big hit from Yasitabe Kun. Angling into him, Zaid Ali. The first ball, as soon as he's seen it in his arc, he's absolutely hammered it. Yashit Abekun. That's one of his strengths. When he sees it full and straight to him, he goes at it with all his might. And this time it has resulted him in a maximum. Now, this one in much more control. Yashit Abekun. The first two boundaries off edges, but this one right on the middle of the bat. And by the way, one of those poor souls is me, I think. My car is also parked right there. I'm going to have to quickly run in and check if everything's all right.
Samir, if there's one lesson I've learned after been commentating here at the ICCA Academy over the last year or so, is never park your car there, Samir. Never park your car there.
Well, we can't afford VIP parkings like you, I think, here at the ICCA Academy. So us poor souls, as you put it, we'll have to park out there on the road and even pay the public parking fee. Back to the game then. 35 for none. This is a good start from Emirates, isn't it? This is just what they wanted. Chasing a big total. Now you can see the pressure telling on Karwan. You see they're making a lot of noise. The bowlers are now determined to try and pick up a wicket here. Exactly what we wanted to see. A good contest between two good sides. One thing's for sure, Fly Emirates are not going to die wandering. They are going to go after this.
Oh, he's found the gap. Sendil Prabhu. I think this is the fourth boundary in his innings. And all four boundaries coming off in the same region.
Well, the bowlers haven't learned their lesson. Again, being too full. Yes, this was very straight, but still Sendil is very strong. He just opens the face of the bat, clears his front leg, and that's perfectly in the gap between point and cover. One thing is to be strong on the offside, I think, but also to have that precision to find the gaps regularly. I think that's something Sendil is really good at. And that's been Fly Emirates' strength at the top, that he constantly gets them off to good starts. Now, their problem has been in that middle order. If they can get one or two players to also consistently perform there, then they really become a force to reckon with.
Certainly do, and this has been a brilliant start, isn't it? 39 for no loss already inside the fourth over. Just cannot ask for anything better. In pursuit of 198, a huge score being posted by the Karwan CC. Fly Emirates are very much on track for this chase. 11 runs coming off the first three balls of Zaid Ali. Once again goes through that region. Once again gets a boundary. And Karwan CC, well, I'm sorry to say this, but poor bowling.
Yeah, top quality stuff from Sendil. He is not letting any of those deliveries go unpunished. The moment he sees it full, and by the way, that's not even that full, but he's just creating that angle by opening the face of the bat. And once again, over the fielder this time. And he gets the third boundary for the over. 6-4-4. Fly Emirates are flying at a very comfortable altitude now. It's 43 for none.
At 43,000 feet. But one thing is, Samir, looking at Sendil Prabhu, it reminds me of batters like Virender Sehwag and Tilakaratne Dilshan, aren't it? They're very strong on the offside. And even a good length delivery, they have that knack of getting the gaps on the offside. But this is fantastic stuff. Already 16 runs coming off this first 5 balls.
Sendil Prabhu, if you're watching the highlights of this match now, end of the day, yes, you heard it. I think Nizam just compared you to Tilakaratne Dilshan and Virender Sehwag. Go tell your kids. In 2024, when I was batting, the commentator said that I look like Dilshan and Sehwag. That's a big compliment. And I concur with it, by the way. Last ball of the over. Nicely pulled away, not really getting it off the middle of the bat. That little run away into the gap. A bit of footsie to stop that, and they're coming back for the second. Lazy effort from the fielder, and they've recognized that Yasita and Sendil come back for a 2. Like this urgency, I like this approach from the batters. They're looking very comfortable here. 4 overs done. It's 46 for none.
So 5th over now in progress, 46 for no loss. Hazrat Luqman continues, pulling his 3rd over on the trot now. Oh, we've seen this over and over again. Bowls a good delivery. Sindhi Prabhu trying to run it down to 3rd man. He misses it. The next ball is pitched full and he hits it for a 4 through the offside.
Let's see how he follows this up now. The field hasn't changed too much. That offside is still quite vacant. They've got a deep extra cover. So that's one change they've gotten in. And the other fielder is the deep square leg. Don't think he's going to have too much work to do. But the deep extra cover fielder will surely... More of a backward point actually. Very straight from the wicket. A gentle push towards the point fielder. And will be a single. So Sendil is now looking very comfortable here. Yes, once in a while he misses one that moves away from him. But he won't mind that if those boundaries are very regular and consistent.
Well, I wish that we could have... we would have... Yeah, so wish we could have the graphics of the wagon wheel to show our viewers. And if you can see that, I'm sure you can see that Sindhi Prabhu has scored 95% of his runs from that point to that cover region. That's how dominant he is on the offside. 25-17 for him now. And that's a good delivery. Full this time. Swinging it into the left-hander. Missing it there, Yasita Bekun.
Yeah, he looked to go square. Could have been better off driving it through the off. That's probably why he missed out on it. There is a bit of swing available. Unfortunately, both the fast bowler sets from Fly Emirates and Karwan CC haven't been able to extract it to their advantage. Trying too many things to pick up wickets. Oh, this is nice. That one held its line, went straight on. Yasita Bekun was probably banking on the back foot, waiting for it to swing back in, but it was too late when he realized that it was holding its line. This is a good over so far from Hazrat Luqman. Just a single off it. He's mixing it up. Now that's the way to go about it when the batsmen are running away with the runs and you don't seem to find a wicket. Try and create a bit of dot ball pressure. I think that seems to be the plan here from Karwan.
This has been a good over. Just one run of the first 4 balls. That's played, and that's played wonderfully over the mid-wicket fielder's head. In fact, that was over mid-on. Solidly hit there, Yasita Bekun. The sound of the bat sounds really, really good, isn't it?
Yeah, he took that from outside off and slapped it over mid-on. And that's the way he goes, Yasita Bekun. He powers it. Doesn't really look to time it too much. And that's what helps to take the boundary, take the ball to the boundary. Still 5 runs off this over. Last ball coming up. This is driven on the up and it's through the fielder. Although it doesn't have the legs to go too far, they'll get a single to end the 5th over. So going quite well, Fly Emirates. More than 10 runs and over. It's 52 for none.
So 52 for no loss. Last over of the power play. It's going to be Khuzaima bin Tanveer. Oh, that's nicely played. Very solid looking there, Yasita Bekun. Sometimes when he's on full flow, he's such a pleasure to watch, Yasita Bekun.
Yeah, they've both gotten off to decent starts. Sendil on 25, Yasita also on 25, both going at a decent strike rate as well. They've got the start, Fly Emirates. Now it's about maintaining that intensity in the batting. Very often we've seen them getting good starts and then falling away, not able to maintain that run rate. Yes, they've got some big batters to come in the middle. Rajat, Rasul, they'll be hoping that he's fit. He's got that injury sorted out. Certainly have what it takes to chase this down. This one was short. Got big on Sendil. But he's done well to get off the mark, get off the strike there. And that's another good feature of this partnership so far. Yes, in the start they were a bit naive, they were a bit tentative. But now the boundaries are also coming in. Those ones are also being taken, being stolen from right under the fielders.
You both make a very good pair, isn't it? They both perfectly match each other's batting style. Yasita Bekun and Sendil Prabhu. Remember the last year when Sendil Prabhu was not playing, it was Irfan Arif who was opening the batting. Nicely played. Enough the direct hit was required on the non-strikers end. Yasita Bekun. Well, it would have been curtains for him had that been a direct hit.
Well, there have been a few chances in this game. There were a few runouts. There were a few direct hits as well, although they weren't really that close. But the ones that have missed were the ones that were quite close. But so far, not too much damage done for the batters. 3 singles off this over from Khuzaima so far. So he's been back of a length all 3 deliveries. Yeah, once again the same thing. This one's taken a thick outside edge. In fact, deliberately played by Sendil. He knew that third man was very round and the ball was quite straight. So purposely got that outside edge and he's got a boundary.
Intentional, wasn't it? Very, very played it really fine. Made sure that he got enough bat. And the moment he did that, just fled past over the wicket keeper's head. Nicely played there. Sendil Prabhu now moves on to 30 of 19 balls. And what's so good about this partnership is they stayed abreast of the required rate. Once again, this time there's an opportunity. In fact, over those, the point fielders had not timed enough. Still, he managed to pick up a couple of runs.
9 runs of this over again without much effort. They've got that one boundary and again they run very well between the wickets. Sendil moves into his 30s now. And the bowler suggesting that look, he looks to make room, Sendil, and play on the off side. They know that about him, but they still haven't been able to exploit that weakness. So that's very good on Sendil's part that he's made sure he hasn't succumbed to their plans. Although they haven't really stuck to it, they've still fed him quite a few balls outside the off stump.
Yes, they've just basically bowled to his strengths, isn't it? Last ball coming up off the power play. Look at that, once again making some room. Angling it down to deep third for a single. So very, very productive power play comes to an end for the Fly Emirates. 62 runs of 6 overs. They're very much in the hunt. They're going at 10.33 runs and over. Excellent stuff. 62 for no loss. Saif Gauri starts off with a beauty. If had that kept the line, that would have just crashed onto that mid-lane off stump. Just angling it away from the right hand at the very last second.
Surprising not to see a bit of spin here. I thought Karwan CC will want to try and change things around. Their fast bowlers have all gone for plenty. Maybe try and bring in a spinner and slow it down a bit. Try and invite Sendil and Yasita to try and go after the spinners, but they've stuck to their faster bowlers. Quite a few resources to tap into. This one's angled back into him. He still managed to get off the strike, off a leg by. That's just confirmation from Mr. Akbar Ali there. Saif Ali Ghori being introduced now is also a very fine pacey. But Karwan CC sticking to their faster bowlers.
Karwan CC, they'll desperately need a wicket here now. They want Yasita Bekun and Sende Prabhu both back in the heart, because they will be quite aware of the damage that they can cause. They've already caused some damages. 63 on the board already. Oh, that's nicely played. Beautiful. Yasita Bekun. Well, that is some class for you. It was not very short, but he quickly judged the length and swiveled across and played it beautifully.
Well, that's the kind of shot that makes batting look extremely easy. Although I can tell you, playing that shot isn't easy. It was sprayed down the leg side. He knew immediately that the fine leg is up in the circle. And that's smart thinking. That's awareness of your field. Yasita Bekun making full use of that and getting a boundary. This one swiped down towards long on. Coming back for the two here. Sandil Prabhu. This might be trouble. Oh, the throw was wide. The throw was wide. They have gone upstairs to check, but I just feel that Sandil has come back in on time.
Yes, they needed a better throw, wasn't it? Still, this is going to be very interesting. Just look at the replay. Good throw there, but slightly wide. Look at that. Had it been straighter to the stumps. Oh, he's not in yet, but I think there you see. Oh, it's touch and go, isn't it? I think he's just made his crease with the barest of margins.
Yeah, it didn't seem that close on the live, but on the replay, it does seem quite close, doesn't it? Yeah, that's why we said a better throw would have obviously been curtains for him. Unfortunately for Karwan CC, that opportunity goes begging, but good running this from Sandil and Yasita. He's 40 years old, is that right, I think, Sandil? That's quite quick for a man of that age. It's good to see, though, keeping themselves fit, these cricketers. Lots of cricket being played here in the UAE domestic circuit, so you have to have that fitness right up there.
Well, they say life starts at 40, Samir. Oh, this time again. Meanwhile, Yasita Bekun is toying with the bowlers and the fielders. Once again, beautiful. Magnificently played.
Well, this is very poor from Saif Ali Ghori. Once again, just spraying down the leg side. And that fine leg being up in the circle is not good, doing him any favours. Saif Ali Ghori has come round the wicket to the left-hander. And he's given him another freebie. This over two now proving to be expensive. The merrymaking goes on for Fly Emirates. Still going at 10 plus runs and over. This time through the third man region. The fielder has a bit of work to do there. They'll come back for the second again. Good batting, good running. This is a good show from Fly Emirates. They are flying comfortably. End of 7, it's 74. 75 for none.
Well, the skipper's bringing himself into the attack. It's going to be Babar Iqbal. Starts off with a wide. 75 for no loss. Fantastic start. Exactly what the Emirates really required at this stage to get a good start up. And now they're very much in the chase. Oh, that's going to be called a wide again. Way outside off. Well, he needs to get into his groove, but there's somebody who does not require to get into the groove because he's always in the groove. Ahmed Khawaja joins me. Welcome, Ahmed. What do you think? How's it? It's a good knock here from the Emirates, isn't it?
Good evening, Atiq. Yes, a fabulous, stirring opening partnership here between Yasita Abikun and Senthil. Batting beautifully. And they have brought that required run rate down, in fact, with their progress. And it's well and truly game on.
Well, we're in for an exciting game. Beautifully set up. 125 required of 12.5 at a rate of 9.43 and 10 wickets in hand. You have to back yourself to get that from here onwards. But it's going to be crucial. They've got to keep pushing on here, the Fly Emirates. They've got to take it to the 10th to the 12th over. See where it goes from them. Reassess. Play smart. That's going to be the name of the game.
Absolutely. Just operate in blocks of 10. Keep building up this partnership. Look to get to 80, then 90, then 100. Just keep chipping away. There will be a natural slowdown in the scoring after the power play, but keep your wickets in hand.
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Yasita Abekun, you champion. What a player. What a shot. Fly Emirates have simply got to give him a race for that shot, Ahmed.
I'm sure you'd love to hear that. Beautiful cover drive. The timing and placement was immaculate. And they've got that early boundary in the over.
82 now. Oh, there was Mr. Straighter one on the pads there. Yasita Abekun. He'll be very disappointed that he missed out on that. There was no fielders there in the deep on the leg side.
And it's always key when you're chasing a big score. The top three has to deliver. Somebody has to make a big innings out of it. Yasita or Senthil, they need to kick on. Nicely turned towards mid-wicket. So Senthil doing the smart thing. They've got the early boundary. No need to do anything fanciful. You've got 8 runs and 4 legal deliveries. You've done the heavy lifting required in this over.
Yes, the runs have come by, and it's come by very easy, just like that. This is what a good batter will do. You've got a boundary in the over. Now you just make sure you milk it around. They've already got 9 runs off the first 5 balls, so they're staying abreast of the required rate. Just have to keep pushing on. Just keep doing this. Keep building up this partnership. 85 already between the two openers. Sendhil Prabhu on 35 and Yasita Abekun on 43. Going through very nicely here. The Fly Emirates cruising. Oh, that's close. Perhaps maybe slightly missing leg stump there. So 8 overs done. Fly Emirates, 86 for no loss. So this has been the story of how the Fly Emirates innings have gone about it. Look at that, 8 extras. But those two right at the top, Sendhil Prabhu and Yasita Abekun, they've hardly put a foot wrong. Initial struggles, but since they've withered the storm, and now they are in the pilot's seat.
Too many aircraft puns there from Atiq and Samir. Cruising, flying high. Pilot seat. What else? What else have you got in store for us? Get them all out in this innings. Well, now this is a good bowling change. Umair Ali Khan, experienced campaigner, former UAE international level all-rounder. He'll use his variations. He'll use his experience. Use that leg cutter delivery. He's bowling with the bigger offside boundary, and they need a spell from him.
Oh, good delivery there. Umair Ali. This man is a champion cricketer. What an all-rounder to have in your team, Umair Ali. A big unit. Can hit the ball a long, long way with the bat. And with the ball, he can be very, very effective. 86 for no loss, 8 overs. 8.1 overs, I beg your pardon. That's more like it. That's the line you've got to keep persisting on.
Need a few quiet overs here, Karwan CC, just to bring themselves back into the game. It will be interesting to see the approach from the Fly Emirates openers, because you cannot nudge the ball around for too long. Eventually, a big shot will be required. You need at least one boundary every over, Atiq.
It's quite definitely, and they've done it really well up to this point. When you are chasing a big score such as what the Karwan CC posted, it is part of the job where a boundary and over is an absolute must. But right now they've managed to get 2 singles of the first 3 balls.
Yeah, there was an opportunity for some runs there. Third man in the circle. Just found the fielder a bit finer or a bit squarer. He could have had 2 runs or even a boundary on this wonderful quick outfield here at the ICCA Academy Ovals. So far so good from Umair Ali Khan.
It's become child's play now here for the Fly Emirates. Singles coming very easy. 2 more deliveries to go in the over. If Umair Ali can make sure that he can keep it down to a single, then he'd have done a brilliant job. Oh, once again played with soft hands. So 90 now. 109 more required.
Yeah, 10 runs per over. That's all they need. Fair enough that you haven't hit a boundary yet in this over, but you're at the mark you need to be at this stage of the run chase. They'll have to show some calmness, some maturity. Eventually, the boundary deliveries will come.
So 5 singles coming off that Umair Ali's over. A good over under the circumstances. But still no cause for concerns. Fly Emirates just have to keep going the way they are. 9 overs done. It's 91 for no loss. Down the leg side. Babar Iqbal has had his struggles with The wides, it seems to be continuing. But I have a feeling that Sendil Prabhu is going to target the skipper here. Well, he tried to do that, not making enough contact.
Yeah, he was certainly shaping up for a big shot. Not easy with Babar Iqbal coming around the wicket. And Senthil, pardon me, Yasita also eyeing that square leg region. It is the shorter boundary, so perhaps if he can pull it off, he could get a 6 or a 4 here.
Yes, they've got the start now. One of these two batters have got to make sure that they bat through. An opportunity, gets that bottom edge of the bat. Just wide of that short third fielder. Yasita Bekun is not going to mind. He knows that his wicket is going to be very, very crucial here. Karwan CC, they need some breakthroughs and they need it now.
Indeed. And they don't seem to have a frontline spinner. Nicely chopped away behind point. Should be a couple of runs. Long throw from that point boundary. Nice wrist work there from Senthil.
Well, that's his strong forte. We've just been discussing how strong he's on the offside, Ahmed. Most of his runs have come through in that direction from point to covers. Once again, this time Vaz is gone straight down the throat of the fielder in the deep. Sendil Prabhu, after a very, very good knock, just a slight lapse of concentration. Perhaps he had to go a bit more squarer. He went straighter, but not having enough distance, getting caught there by the long off fielder.
Yeah, didn't commit to the shot. And in the end, a good innings comes to an end. 96 for 1.
So new batter in at number 3 is Irfan Arif. A very good partnership being broken just to the run of play. 96 for 1, the fly Emirates. And now Irfan Arif, he's got to make sure that he goes on. Trying to sweep that Irfan Arif. Tall lad, he's got a big reach. Can back a punch, I'll tell you. When he hits it, it stays hit.
Yeah, he didn't look very natural with that sweep shot. And that's more like it from him. But an excellent over from Babar Iqbal. Gets the breakthrough that they dearly required. 97 for 1 at the halfway stage.
So Umair Ali continues. He had bowled a very good first over. Now he's got to make sure that just continues doing that. But this man on your screen, he is going to be the key. Yasita Bekun, 46 of 25. He has the knack to play a big innings. He was one of the highest run scorers in the previous edition of the Arabian Cricket League. He was the leading run scorer for 3/4 of the tournament. Somehow managed to lose it towards the back end. Once again, this time, he's making a serious case for himself. 48 now of 26 balls. 100 up for the Fly Emirates in the 11th over. Excellent batting, excellent stuff, very much in pursuit.
Yeah, now it's crucial that Yasita goes through. Makes it a big innings.
Good looking shot. Yasita Bekun. Well, take a bow, champion. 50 up in 27 deliveries, 52. That is some class. Brilliant stuff from Yasita.
Yeah, poor delivery with your third man in the ring and the point fielder up. You dropped it short and wide outside off. Just needed to loft it over those two fielders. Very nicely put away by Yasita. He's got to his half century. Good start to the Arabian Cricket League Season 2. Can he make it a big one? Can he make it a match-winning innings for Fly Emirates?
Oh, he skied this. Where's this gone? Has that gone all the way? Yes, it has. That's landed in the schoolyard. Well, that's how big these bats are nowadays. A top edge can carry the ball such a long way away.
Yeah, this time banged in short once again, straighter. He committed to the pull shot. And the rub of the green going the way of Fly Emirates. Top edge sailing away for 6.
Really enjoy watching him bat, Ahmed. Yasita Bekun. He's one of those batters when he's on song. Such a pleasure to watch. And the Sri Lankan in me just can't help but regret that perhaps the Sri Lanka Cricket Board could have done so much with a player like him. Once again, just look at that. That is class for you. Gets a 6, gets a boundary, and then straight away rotates the strike.
Yeah, they've made up for that quiet over previously by taking plenty in this over. So once again, the pendulum shifts. Once again, they maintain that required run rate. And you can see the body language from Karwan. They're looking a bit concerned here. This partnership is causing some headaches.
Good fielding there at point. So 11 overs done, 112 for 1. So Sindhil Prabhu and Yasita Bekun have provided that impetus early on that the Fly Emirates required. Got to 112 for 1. Now in the last 9 overs of the innings, they require 87 for victory. Oh, that's hit nicely. But some footwork there in the deep. They finally just get 1 run. Even Irfan Arif himself thought he would have got a boundary for that.
Yeah, that was poor from Irfan. Should have run with the shot. Was just admiring his stroke and forgot that perhaps Zahid Ali will cut it off, which he did. So how does Yasita approach Babar Iqbal?
Good looking shot again. Slightly uppish though. But Yasita, he has the tendency to throw his wicket away when he gets to these 70s and 80s. I'd like to see him go all the way. Make a big 100 here tonight. Put the Fly Emirates in a commanding position. And he's got to be the man to make sure that he bats through for the Fly Emirates. Comes down the track, tries sweeping it, an opportunity, and the catch has been taken. So Babar Iqbal, the skipper, striking, and it is the big wicket of Irfan Arif, the man who could actually cause some serious damage. Unfortunately has to depart.
Yeah, he wasn't enjoying this round the wicket angle. Trying a slog sweep or something, playing across the line, and a good catch taken by Hazrat Luqman at fine leg. Another big blow to Fly Emirates, 114 for 2. Varun Thakur coming in at number 4. So Usman Mushtaq, I would have expected the skipper to come in at this stage. Let's see what Varun can provide. Desperately need a partnership again.
Yeah, they've got to steady the ship, isn't it? 2 quick wickets. Sometimes at a stage like this is where the pressure can come back to you. Now they've got to take a breather. Couple of overs, just push the ball around, try to get those 1s and 2s. Not give too many dot balls just like that.
Yeah, you do mention the quiet overs, but still required run rate above 10. I think it would have to be a few quiet deliveries. Cannot play an entire set of 6 quietly. Oh, pushed into the covers. Hang on, Varun. There's no single there.
Well, his game plan should be very simple. Just get the single. Let Yasir Abekun do the heavy lifting. He's been the man in form. He's been the man, the set batter. On 60 of 30 balls, going at a strike rate of 200. Just like that. But he keeps strike for the next over. 12 overs done, 116 for 2. Awais Ali introduced into the attack, the left-hander, the left armour. Varun Thakur, 1 of 4 balls. That's hit hard down the ground for a single.
Yeah, he has to be proactive here, Varun. Cannot play too many dot deliveries. But this matchup, the bigger leg side boundary for Awais Ali. There is a long on, square leg and deep fine leg in place. Yasita, will he be able to clear the fence? Aim for us. Maybe. But it is a long way away.
I don't want him to aim for us, Ahmed. You can speak for yourself. Oh, nicely played that is. He's managed to find the gap, has he? But a very, very good effort there by the fielder. He covered a lot of real estate. He basically ran halfway across the ground. And a great effort, but still they managed to get only a couple of runs.
Good work there by the fine leg fielder. Like you mentioned, a long chase. And Wesley Shah not really looking to turn the ball. And they'll be looking for 2 here once again, but no, straight to the short fine.
So Varun Thakur now, he's got to find a way to get going. Cannot afford to get too many dot balls when you're chasing a big score. 79, just 7.2 overs remaining. Thinking of a second there and they get it easy. Good running this is. Now they've managed to get 6 runs off the first 4 balls. 5 balls, I beg your pardon. 1 more delivery to go to end the over.
Still a decent over from Wesley Shah. They need a boundary just to get those 10 runs per over. And he's gotten away with it. That was marginal. 122 for 2. So 11 runs per over required in the final 7. Well, if you'd asked for that at the halfway stage, I think Fly Emirates would have gladly accepted it. With the set batter at the crease, Babar Iqbal will continue. And joining me in the comm box for the final foray is Samir Yunus. Good evening and welcome back.
Good evening, Ahmed. And this should be a fun end to the game. And when I say fun, I mean entertaining from both sides. If you're a fan of Fly Emirates, well, you'll have your hopes up because they've done what was needed of them in the first few overs. But now this is where it all matters. It all comes down to this. Can they finish off well? Require another 75 at a run rate of 11 runs and over. One of these two has to go big and be there till the end.
Yeah, the pitch is playing well. Oh, full toss is just sliced it somehow towards long on. It hung in the air for an absolute eternity. Babar Iqbal, in the overall context of the game, has bowled beautifully.
Yeah, he got 1 wicket off a full toss with the sweep shot. Maybe trying his luck once again. He almost had it there, Yasir Tabeku. Not too sure with that shot that he played. But yeah, he's done well to pick up those 2 wickets and just slow things down here.
Once again, just a chip and a great catch. Umair Ali Khan in the perfect position. And Babar Iqbal makes it a triple. And another wicket falls. Pressure builds on Fly Emirates.
Yeah, Varun Thakur had taken some time now to get going. 4 off 7. Not going to help when you're chasing a big score. That's why he felt like he had to go big. But he's given a simple catch to the fielder stationed there at mid-wicket. And another one falls. Babar Iqbal picks up 3. All 3 of Fly Emirates for that matter. It's 125 for 3 now.
The skipper out there in the middle. Quality player, has represented UAE in the past. Usman Mushtaq. But it's not easy to go hard right from ball one with the required run rate inching up towards 12 runs per over.
Yeah, a lot rests on Yasita now. He's gotten them to a good start. He's gotten a good score for himself. Now it's about him taking responsibility, being out there till the end. And he's got his skipper to be with him. I think you need someone responsible with a wise head out there.
Playing him very cautiously indeed. And the question remains, will Wajahat Rasool be able to bat, because he is the power hitter, so to speak, in the side, in that number 5, number 6 role. And they'll require some heavy lifting.
Yeah, they need someone to come and play one of those big innings. Zahid Ali for Karwan finished off with a flurry. They'll need someone to come in and do that, Fly Emirates. Because the required run race is almost now 12 runs per over. Down the ground, thought about going big down the leg side. But they'll just get a single. Good bit of fielding there. 14 done, it's 128 for 3.
OS Ali Shah will continue with this quickish left arm medium. I wouldn't really call it spin. He was just darting the ball in quickly. 71 needed of 6 overs. It's doable, but it will require something special here, Samir Yunus.
Yeah, they won't mind the pace, that's for sure. They've struggled with the ball being slowed down. This one's a wide from Awais Ali. He's given away 6 runs in his first over. I just get the feeling Usman will try and target him now.
Yeah, I cannot die wondering, that's for sure. 70 needed of 6. Nicely bowled. Slowed it up a bit. And there's no demons in the pitch, so to speak. So you have to back yourself to clear the fence. Pulled away, but it's in the gap. Just about. And has it gone all the way? Samir Yunus is signaling 6. I'm not sure.
Got my umpire's hat on. It was short and Usman pounced on it. Got a thick top edge. We'll just try and see where that landed. Yeah, it's gone all the way. Beyond the rope, into the fence. And a much needed 6 there off the bat, off the skipper, Usman. That'll make him feel good.
Yeah, you've got decent eyesight. And of course it was the shorter boundary towards the car park. Otherwise it wouldn't have carried all the way, but that will get him going.
This one's powered down towards long off. And speaking of eyesight, they say carrots give you good eyesight. And in my country right now, carrots have become very expensive. So I'm eating a lot of carrots here in Dubai just to compensate.
Well, there you go. That's a good import-export business to start. Start sending carrots to Colombo Harbour. You'd become a billionaire overnight. Or maybe somewhere close.
Many ways to become billionaires back home, but certainly, yes, carrots.
Well, we don't want to open that can of worms or can of carrots. 63 needed. Yasita, he's been quiet for the last couple of overs. Now is the time to go big. Nicely hit away towards extra cover. Long chase for the fielder. The ball will win the race. 4 runs.
Yeah, we thought that they're going to go after him in this over. They had to really. This time it's Yasita. He's been batting for a while now, so he's seeing it quite clearly. With offered, and he's picked the gap very nicely. Deep extra cover was quite straight, and he made sure he hit it to his left well enough for it to carry to the boundary.
Well, a Sri Lankan top order batter, you must be good against spin. That is the requirement. Not quite middle this time, but they have got plenty of runs in this over. It's been a good one for Fly Emirates, keeping them in the hunt.
13 runs so far in it. The required run rate is almost 12, so they've done that in this over. The 1 ball remaining. Usman try and go big here. Shot again, pulled away. This has been pulled with some might and strength, and it's gone all the way. Wow, off the back foot, what a hit from the skipper. making a statement. They are not going to die wandering.
Yeah, it was slightly short and a clean connection sailing away. And that was plenty of rows back. 147 for 3. 52 needed off the last 5. So 52 needed of 30. It's game on here at the ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League. Can we see, well, I would call it an upset, Samir Yunus, if Fly Emirates can get one over Karwan.
Well, certainly. At the break, I did mention that my money is on Karwan CC. They've done just enough. Because I watched Fly Emirates play that first game. They put up 190 against 7 district juniors, but Karwan CC definitely a better bowling unit than that.
So Khuzaima into the attack. Struck on the pads, but the height and perhaps sliding down leg as well.
Yeah, a bit of pace there now from Khuzaima. I think Karwan have decided enough with the spinning options now. Back to their paceys, who have gone for a bit in the first few overs. So this is going to be a crucial phase for them. They'll have to be better than what they were at the top.
He has a bit of pace about him. Bowls that heavy ball, so to speak. Tall, not a tall lad, but very well built. And bangs the ball in hard on that hard length. But that could be an opportunity to use the pace against him. Osman Mushtaq has gotten off to a flyer. 15 off 6 with 2 sixes. Rushed onto him there. Only going to be a single.
Yeah, so far good start from Khuzaima. Just a couple of runs, a leg by and a single. Yasit Abekun gets back on strike. Now he's going to be the one to try and go big now against the faster bowlers. He enjoyed the pace early on. Made good use of it. Played those little deft touch shots behind the wicket. Fine leg is up in the circle. Third man is down there. I won't be surprised if I see one of those scoop shots over the keeper.
I was just about to say, yeah, that Dil scoop maybe. Just to knock Khuzaima off his length. Oh, he's bowled him. Instead, it was a full toss. He tried to flip it around the corner, but he's missed. And it's crashed into mid-lane leg.
Well, we read his mind, but so did the bowler. Went full onto the stumps, and Yasita Abekun trying to be cheeky there. Missing it completely. The pace of Khuzaima getting the better of him. But a fantastic innings nevertheless. 72 of 39. Well, he's done his job as an opener. But will it be enough? 149 for 4 Fly Emirates.
So it's KKR coming in. Krishna Kumar Ramakrishnan. Wonderful flowing name. Let's see if he can have some wonderful flowing runs.
When you said KKR, I started looking for Shah Rukh Khan here.
Well, we'd love to see him pop in at the ICC Academy. Say hello to us. Khuzaima bin Tanveer gets the wicket, gets the breakthrough.
Yeah, just when they needed it, Karwan CC. Now it's about trying to add on that.
Oh, nasty delivery. Beautifully executed. Short ball from Khuzaima. And he can make it quite uncomfortable for a new batter.
And just a point there, Ahmad, if Fajat Rasool still hasn't come out to bat, I doubt we'll see him tonight, because right now they need someone like him. Those big shots. But unfortunately, it seems like 5 minutes won't be able to get the services off his batting this evening.
Yeah, no Fayaz Dongargaon in the side either. So their batting is lacking a bit of a punch. But Usman Mushtaq, the skipper, out there in the middle will give them some belief. He'll need to play a blinder and a half though. Chopped away over point and it goes for 6. Can you believe it?
With offered by Khuzaiba, and he's just thrown his bat at it. He didn't care about where he's going to go. He's just given it his everything to that. And it's gone all the way for a 6. Well, I need to look at that bat once this game is over.
Well, sometimes the top edge is more useful than middling it. And there you saw it. So they've got that maximum, that boundary they needed in the over. Pitched up delivery. They're going to push for 2 here. And they'll make it in time.
Yeah, lots of real estate in that leg side. All the fielders on the deep are a long way to cover that mid-wicket fielder. And in the end, they'll finish it comfortably. Good over this for both teams, you'd say. The wicket for Karwan, but they've got the runs as well, Emirates. Fly Emirates. They need another 10.5 runs per over. 158 for 4.
Well, it's a thriller in progress here at the ICC Academy, Arabian Cricket League. Krishna Kumar Ramakrishnan, he's certainly capable with the bat. Hazrat Luqman, decent 3 overs from him so far. They need another good one here, Samir Yunus.
Speaking of thrillers, another mouth-watering contest coming up. 7 districts taking on Alif Farma in the next game. We're looking forward to seeing that one too. Very evenly matched teams.
Oh, it's going to be an exciting day of ACL cricket for sure. Got big on him. Not sure where the ball landed, but he's been called through by Usman Mushtaq, and it does feel like it has to be Usman Mushtaq if they are to get over the line tonight.
So he's done well so far, 24 of 9. He'll have to keep at it, that strike rate. But a good start, good bouncer from Hazrat Luqman, making his intentions very clear that he's not going to let them have it easy. Now, this is a good contest now. The veteran fast bowler, Hazrat Luqman, up against the veteran Usman, who's got a load of experience behind him, knows exactly what's required in situations like this.
Well, now Luqman is bowling from the ICC Academy end that has the shorter leg side boundary. So he cannot bowl too straight. If he's going to test that hard length, he has to bowl it outside off. He has a deep point and a deep third. The mid off is up though. So nothing too full either. And he's bowled him inside edge. Usman Mushtaq was camping on the back foot, expecting a short delivery. Instead, he pitched it up and it's crashed onto the stumps.
And just like you mentioned, he wanted to go leg side because that is the shorter boundary. And in that process, he's just chopped it on. In fact, that swung in. And it's good pace from Luqman to rattle the stumps. Usman Mushtaq, well, he tried. You can't blame him for going for that shot. But it seems like with that, the hopes of Fly Emirates will take a nose dive. So 159 for 5.
Shamim Ali, certainly capable with the bat. I wouldn't call him an all-rounder. Let's see if he can play a cameo here. Nice looking flick towards mid-wicket. Will be pushing for 2. They'll stick to 1.
Well, us fast bowlers are always underrated with the bat. Shamim Ali will tell you that for sure. Yeah, I've seen a few innings of his. He's certainly capable. He can pack a punch if needed. But it's the pressure, isn't it? The pressure of getting those runs. The back end of the game. 39 required of 3.5 overs. It's just getting out of the grip now for Fly Emirates.
Pushed away straight to the point fielder. They won't risk a second on the misfield. Yeah, they just have that extra yard of pace. The Karwan, CC fast bowlers, Huzaima, Hazrat Luqman. And perhaps with the lower middle order in, it's a bit too much to ask.
But I think Fly Emirates can take a lot of pride out of this game, Ahmed. In the previous season, they didn't finish where they would have won and looked to be in trouble against some of the top order teams, some of the bigger teams. They've done well to challenge Karwan CC here.
Absolutely, Usman mentioned that they had their inter-departmental tournament going on as well. And they have discovered some exciting players in that. So looking forward as the ACL progresses to see some of that new talent that they have unearthed. And they still finished in the top 8 to be competing in the cup competition of the ACL. So they've done relatively well so far. Inside edge, past the keeper. Will that trickle away for 4? Not quite. Backheeled and restricts the boundary. End of the 17th. 36 required of the next 3 overs. Umar Ali Khan, experienced campaigner, coming on to bowl the 18th. And given as a wide, that was marginal. But perhaps that slight luck that Fly Emirates need in this position.
Yeah, he's disappointed with that decision, Umar Ali. I thought that was just inside the tram line, but umpire thinks otherwise. Vipin Singh is very experienced, obviously. He's been umpiring here for a long time now, so can't really question his decisions.
Smacked hard towards wideish long off. And they will run hard for 2. They will make it in time. This match is building up nicely to a photo finish. But they need some boundaries right here.
Yeah, it's good to have this. So that's the advantage of having this cup competition. The top 8 teams playing against each other. So evenly matched most times. You get matches like this more often than not.
Slow delivery, beautifully bowled by Omer. The keeper was back though, Muazzam Hayat. Not a frontline wicket-keeping option. They are missing a few players. Rohan Mustafa, of course, being called up for the ILT20 by Desert Vipers. So that's a key player missing from their playing 11. But the batting responded well through Muazzam Hayat and Zahid Ali. Another delivery, another boundary not hit. The pressure builds.
Yeah, from these 8 teams, Ahmed, I think a lot of the key players are missing from all the teams. And I think that's a brilliant opportunity for some of the fringe players to try and maximize on this opportunity that they're getting to represent their clubs at the highest level. This might just be an opening for them to reserve their spots in the 11 more regularly.
Heaved away towards square leg. There is a fielder in position. And he does well. Huzaima gets the throw in quickly as well. So they're denying boundaries at the right stage. And that equation is getting more and more improbable here, Samir.
Yeah, I think there's one man that could have made the difference, Wajahat Rasool, unfortunately for Fly Emirates, injuring himself and being unavailable with the bat. But had he been there, we'd have seen a very close finish here.
Right in the block hole, beautifully bowled by Umar Ali Khan. And he's producing the goods right when they truly needed it.
Yeah, 30 required of 13 deliveries. The way these two have gone about, it seems like the game's done and dusted for Fly Emirates. But like we said earlier, they'll take a lot of positives and pride out of this game. The way they've batted especially the top order, I think they can build on that momentum now.
And it's early days in the ACL just yet. Just the first or second fixture for most of the teams. Hard drive towards long on. Shamim Ali will keep the strike. 29 needed of the last 2 overs. Can Fly Emirates pull off a miracle? Khuzaima bin Tanveer to bowl his final over. He's been excellent, hostile, pacey, using that hard length to his advantage. 29 needed of 12. It's not impossible, but it is improbable, especially with 5 wickets gone down. I think Wajahat Rasool in the background is padded up. Maybe he'll be willing to have a swing even though he's injured. Big shot from Shamim Ali. Clears the front leg and smash for 6. Game on.
Well, no need for Wajahat Rasool. If Shamim can hit like that, that was in the slot. And he's powered that over long on. Just when they needed it, Fly Emirates.
Yeah, not sure what Khuzaima was planning there. Right in the slot. He usually bowls that hard length so well. It's been difficult for the tail enders to deal with. So why are you pitching the ball up?
23 now of 11 deliveries. Very much doable here. One more big 6 and the jitters will be back for Karwan CC.
Oh, this is going down the leg side, a wide, and they scamper through for the buys as well. Good game awareness from Krishna Kumar. And it's not a legal delivery, and they've taken 2 runs.
So that's 8 runs off the first ball now. This is good stuff, good awareness. They saw that the keeper had to dive to his left to collect that, was blinded. And in that little gap, in that little frame of time, they've ensured that they've crossed over. But the only thing is, with Krishna Kumar on strike, can he strike as well as Shamim Ali?
Well, I'd be running no matter what because Khuzaima is quick. Muazzam is not a frontline wicket keeper. So he won't have that muscle memory of just getting that ball in quickly. I'll be running on every delivery, whether Krishna Kumar connects or not. Round the wicket is Khuzaima. Right in the block hold, and they're running for a leg by.
A good delivery, but Shamim Ali has come back on strike, and that's what Fly Emirates will want. They'll want him on strike because he can hit those big shots. They've got 9 runs off the first 2 deliveries now. Couple more boundaries. Maybe get it down to less than 10 runs required of the last over. Then we're in for a seriously good finish here. Nail-biting finish.
Oh, absolutely. And plenty of questions to ponder for Babar Iqbal. Who will bowl the final over? Will it be Umar Ali Khan on the right of your screen? Or will you want to go to Saif Ghori, who's slightly quicker, has those variations as well? Slower delivery and bowled him. Beautifully executed off-cutter. He was through his shot a day early and he's been cleaned up.
Yeah, you get to see slow balls aplenty in the modern game, but this was one of those perfect ones. Well disguised, well directed, and that's hit the middle of middle. Shamim Ali, like you said, very early. He played the shot yesterday. The ball arrived tomorrow. He's gone for 11. One big six in his innings. Fly Emirates lose their sixth on 179.
So Wajahat Rasool clearly not favoring that left hand. He had a big bandage on it when we saw him in the dugout. Let's see if he can do a Malcolm Marshall with one hand. 20 needed of 9 balls.
Yeah, he's certainly going to feel the pain, but he's going to take it for his team. He's going to pilot this flight for Fly Emirates.
Here we go with the airport puns again. Oh, that's on the body, so they will at least pick up a single. And when your top hand is unable to grip the bat handle, it has to be all the force coming through with the bottom hand. So the key is do not pitch the ball up at all.
Precisely what I was going to say. Wajahat Rasool, he thrives on that full delivery. So anything full is going to go. So they'll make sure they'll be back off a length to him. More importantly, now he's out of strike. He's on at the non-strikers. And Krishna Kumar here, he can become a hero tonight for his team. Just needs to get a big couple of boundaries.
That was just too quick. Look at that fielding effort from Khuzaima. And he produces a magical run out with the direct hit. Look at that athleticism. Look at that game awareness.
Commitment, athleticism at the highest quality. This is brilliant stuff from Khuzaima. This is what extraordinary cricketers do. Look at that. He just pushed that full length dive to his left, picking up the ball and then hitting it directly to the non-strikers and aware of what was going on in the middle. This is why they say cricketers need to be athletes. You need to be fit. You need to be strong. You've got to have that quick reflexes. Khuzaima with the evidence there. Fantastic stuff. Could just well be the difference here in the game tonight.
Outstanding piece of fielding. 180 for 7 now as Naveen strides out to the middle, but Wajahat Rasool is back on strike, and more importantly, he saved them a run as well with that run out. So 19 needed of 7. Top edge, it's gone up. There's a deep point in position, and he takes the catch. Well, it was asking too much of Wajahat Rasool to be able to deliver with one hand, and he could not.
And with that wicket, it's all but over for Fly Emirates. Wajahat Rasool came out as an SOS. He had to bat for his team. He tried to go for that big shot, and just as we thought, back of a length to him, was in no position to play that shot. Skied it, and a good catch again by the fielders of Karwan CC. That was in the air for a long time, but he's done well to judge that and take it in his stride. So the 8th wicket falls. Wajahat Rasool has to walk back. It's 180 for 8.
So 19 needed of 6. Khuzaima 3 for 40 on the night. Outstanding final over, and he's changed the complexion of this game. Umair Ali Khan, it will be entrusted with bowling the final over. Naveen Nagarajan, the wicketkeeper, is on strike. Here we go. Bowled him. Perfect Yorker from Umair Ali Khan, and Naveen departs for a golden duck.
It turns out it wasn't to be one of those big finishers, one of those entertaining finishers. Karwan CC are now doing it easily. Perfect Yorker, onto the toes. Naveen knew nothing about that. Umair Ali Khan in among the wickets as well now. 9 wickets down for Fly Emirates. It's 180 runs on the board.
So final pair at the crease. It's Mohammad Ubaidullah, the big strapping fast bowler. Well, if he connects, that ball will certainly sail. But I think it's asking a bit too much. 19 needed of 5 when Karwan CC and their fast bowlers had to deliver under the crunch. They have all stepped up big time. Slower ball, punched out to extra. 18 needed of 4.
Well, it will be Melon. 2 new batters on the crease. Both of them Sri Lankan, leaving it to the Islanders to do it in the end.
Lovely on drive though, but only going to get him 1. So mathematically, unless Umair Ali Khan bowls an extra, this game is over.
Mathematically, it's not because they can
Oh,
still
actually,
get
yes.
3 sixes.
I thought it was 19, rather it's 18, so 17 of 3. And now mathematically it might be over. Yes, it is.
Yeah, now it's been beyond Emirates for the last over or so. We just like to dramatize things here. That's our job as commentators, isn't it? 183 for 9, but they've done well for Emirates. If you ask me at the break, I thought Karwan CC were going to have it easy, but they've certainly done well. They've got a lot of positives to take back home in this game and then improve on those come the next one.
Oh, absolutely. They put up a stiff fight here. Well, leaving the ball. Well, no shot offered, so you have to remain at the crease there, Milan. And Umair Ali Khan doing the just required for Karwan CC.
It seems to be technically sound, Melon. Probably should be batting at the top order. That on drive was certainly very attractive.
Yeah, needed a lot more of that. Swing and a miss, and that will conclude the game. So in the end, it is victory for Karwan CC by 15 runs. But they certainly had to earn this win over Fly Emirates, who put up a great fight in chasing a massive score, but in the end just fell a touch short.
Yeah, the Karwan CC bowlers in the end just finding their radar just about in time. Fly Emirates running out of gas as that batting order seemed to be crumbling, and that's been their problem. The top order has always been good for them, but just in that middle and lower end, they just lose their way in a lot of the games they play. Today was no different. Karwan CC winning by 15 runs in the end, their first game of the tournament, starting off positively. As for Fly Emirates, they won their first one against 7 District Juniors. This one falling short by 15 runs, but they will be mighty proud of their effort against a very strong Karwan CC side. They'll come back probably learning a thing or two from this game.
Handshakes all round then. Game played in a wonderful spirit, a wonderful atmosphere, and in the end the men in yellow and black will go home with smiles on their faces. So taking a look at the batting scorecard, fabulous innings from the two openers, Yasita Abikun 72 of 39 and Senthil Prabhu 41 of 33. They gave a 96 run opening stand, but when Irfan Arif and Varun Thakur went early, Usman Mushtaq tried his best, but in the end that score of 199 was just a bridge too far.
17 extras in that, Ahmad. That's something Karwan CC will be mindful of. And the bowlers, well, Khuzaima, Zahid, Saif Ali, they were all expensive, but in the end Khuzaima came back with a good spell to pick up 3 for 40, pick up the bowlers for sure. Hazrat Luqman, economical, 4 overs, 1 for 27. And then Babar Iqbal made all the difference in the middle. He picked up those 3 wickets with some slow, loopy off spin. And those 3 wickets they lost in a cluster fly, but it probably was the downfall of theirs. Umair Ali Khan bowling the last over and picking up that solitary wicket, giving away 30 runs. Awais Ali Shah, the left-arm spinner, also going for plenty, 25 runs in his 2 overs.
Let's take a look at the highlights of the run chase then. It was the Yasita and Senthil show in the first 10 overs of the game. A lot of clean striking, but when Babar Iqbal came on and got the wicket of Senthil, that was when the game flipped a touch. Umair Ali Khan went for a few runs, that top edge sailing away for 6. Irfan Arif will be desperately disappointed with that dismissal. Good catch taken by Hazrat Luqman. And Varun Thakur also chipping one straight to mid-wicket, falling early. After that, it was Usman Mushtaq who tried his best, hit a couple of sixes. But when Yasida got bowled by Khuzaima, missing out on putting that full toss away, the game started to drift away from Fly Emirates. Despite Usman Mushtaq's best efforts cleaned up by Hazrat Luqman there. And then the tail disappeared quite quickly. Shamim Ali hit a six, then got bowled by a slower delivery. And then in the end, take a look at this brilliant fielding effort from Khuzaima. The dive and the direct hit. Wajahat Rasool, well, he was always going to struggle with that injury to his left hand. Got out early. And in the end, Umair Ali Khan wrapped it up with a lot of efficiency and class. So in the end, it is Karwan CC who have triumphed by 15 runs. Stay tuned. We'll have Atiq Nizam in position for the post-match presentation. That is the game summary for you. Fly Emirates in the end losing out by 15 runs thanks to a fabulous performance by Zahid Ali, 67 of 41. Luqman Faisal played well as well. 4 wickets for Shamim Ali, 3 wickets apiece for Babar Iqbal and Khuzaima bin Tanveer for Karwan CC, despite Yasita Abikun playing a fabulous knock of 72 of 39. In the end, Karwan CC winning by 15 runs.
number 6 of the Arabian Cricket League, which was played between the Karwan CC and the Fly Emirates. Before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsors for their unwavering support towards this tournament. The tournament organizer being the ICCA Academy, the streaming partner FanCode, support sponsor 7 Districts, the YouTube streaming partner Cricfit, and the broadcast and event partner Sportethics. In this match number 6, the Karwan CC won the toss and electing to bat first. Karwan CC posting 198 for 9 in the allotted 20 overs. And in response, the Fly Emirates scoring 183 for 9, with the Karwan CC winning by 15 runs. We would like to invite Mr. Iftikhar Ali to hand over the Arsuk.com Player of the Match award, along with the special gift hamper from Arsuk.com. Our Arsuk.com Player of the Match performance goes to Mr. Zahid Ali for a brilliant 67 of 41 balls with 6 boundaries and 2 sixes. Zahid bhai, was a brilliant knock. You played extremely well. What was running in your mind at that time?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सबसे पहले तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह पाक का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ। प्लान बस यही था, हम लोग 4 आउट हो गए थे सर्कल में। 6 ओवर में रन हमारे अच्छे थे, 67-70 रन। और कप्तान ने बस यही बोला था कि विकेट पे स्टे करना है, बॉल जो है बैट पे आ रहा है, तो जितना लंबा लेके जा सकते हो तो उतना हमारे लिए अच्छा है। तो वो यही अच्छा था, प्लानिंग यही थी कि 20 ओवर खेलेंगे और वही हुआ। रन हमारे माशाल्लाह 200 हो गया।
Well, fantastic, brilliant, very well played, and all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Well, so there you have it. So that's about it here from the presentation, but stay tuned because we will have, it's going to be a double header tonight. We'll have the next match coming back to you live very shortly.